7.
800.
More wine.
That is not how that goes.
More wine.
7.
Oh god. Thanks for the bits. Hey everyone, welcome back to Dungeon the Mad Mage. It is session 85.
7.
85. 7.
7.
And we're gonna. Dear Lord Jesus, am I gonna have to turn bits off? Am I gonna have to turn the alert off? Are y'all gonna make me do that? I gotta turn the alert off for D&D? Is that how it goes?
Stop giving me money!
It's 3 cents. Yes, stop giving me 3 cents while I'm trying to get into D&D. Shut up, Zach.
I'll accept Jeremy's 3 cents. I'll accept that.
Beggar right here.
Oh my god. Yes. You guys suck.
I haven't said a word.
I'm not even on the stream.
You're a part of the base problem. With your Isaac tears over there. Ugh.
More wine.
All right, let us get into a little bit of a recap. So, previously, in the Dungeon of the Mad Mage, the party had battled against the Goblin Werebat tribe of Mobar Stormhowl, defeating it utterly and capturing its leader. They had, during the course of the battle, discovered a primeval altar and a glowing blade thrust into it. Now, unthreatened, the party set about questioning Mobar. First, about the whereabouts of Borden Brooks, the man who had turned ashes. Mobar spoke glibly, attempting to make himself useful to the party. He said that Borden had come to them some time ago, intent on investigating the ruins of the cult of Malar, before heading further down into the dungeon to meet someone. The way Mobar described it, Borden came upon the altar and sword and became fascinated with it. Mobar seemed to fear the blade, saying that its touch punished the wicked. He told the party that ultimately Borden failed to retrieve the sword and, in a fit, lay a dark curse upon it. Matashtai was concerned that Mobar might be lying, but it seemed as if the albino werebat's words were mostly truthful if somewhat embellished. This struck the party as ill, with several of the group becoming concerned or suspicious about Borden. It struck Ashes as strange. Though not outside the realm of possibility, this didn't sound like the man he knew. Perhaps there was some explanation. Mobar begged the party to take the sword. He said that ever since Borden had cursed it and left, his tribe had suffered strange dreams. Concerned, but unwilling to just take a cursed weapon, the party asked Mobar what he knew about it.
Again.
He cautioned them that all he knew were rumors. And then he told them a story of Willow and her former lover, Yanark. How the Willowwood had been created by Halaster to comfort the druid, how it hadn't lasted, and how eventually Willow and Yanark had quarreled, with the druid eventually killing the mage in a fit of madness. The blade had been Yanark's, it seemed, and the couple had cleared out the cult before their falling out. Still unsure of what to do, the party decided it might be best to ask questions of others, perhaps Willow herself or even the dragon Tirulai. Mobar also told the party of a ghost named Krisan in the north of the Willowwood that might also have information. Satisfied that they at least had ideas on where to obtain more information, the party released Mobar, with promises that he and his would not harm them or theirs. The party then headed northwest, back along the edge of the forest until they came to Willow's Tower. Here, they entered into the primordial wood, following its natural curves and paths along the ruins of some ancient aqueduct or covered walkway. Eventually, they turned north, found a bit of cavern wall, and followed it northwest. Their exploration brought them to a large, smooth, gray wall. Obviously out of place. They could hear ghastly moans beyond. Moving cautiously, they discovered that the wall was illusory, and then found themselves on the other side of it, in a breathtaking landscape. A cavern filled with crystalline sapphire structures resembling waterfalls. Their awe was only momentary. Matashtai summoned daylight from his drift globe in order to better light the place, and the dazzling reflection of light brought forth 3 howling cloakers. The party had some initial difficulties fighting the beasts at range with the dazzling lights about the room, and their battle was somewhat complicated when Matashtai was enveloped by one of the cloakers. But eventually, with some injury, the party was able to put the beasts down. Afterwards, while the party bound their wounds, Bones investigated a beautiful and strange outcropping of sapphire, only to find it riddled with dark, shadowy lines. Some sort of corruption, perhaps. Bones was put off by this, but Mossy was like a child in a candy store, insistent. Bones tried to warn Mossy off, but the Zorn didn't listen, gouging out a huge chunk of the corrupted crystal before melding with the earth. And that is where we fade back into our scene. Mossy has just disappeared into the ground. Remind me, real quick, whether or not that was done during a short rest.
7.
What was done during a short rest?
So there was the aftermath of the battle with the cloakers, right? And in that aftermath, Bones investigated, like, looking around the place for, the crystals and things like that, and found that outcropping. I know Matashtai had been relatively seriously injured. I didn't know if he was using just abilities or things like that to recover, or if you guys were actually taking a short rest.
Did not decide on doing that before we ended.
Okay, you had not decided. Gotcha. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's where I needed to be. Okay, great. So you fade back into the crystalline structure. The kind of like sapphire waterfalls around you. Mossy has just fled, like as you aptly described last time, like a cat or a dog, like taking something off the table and running, right? What would you all like to do?
That's funny.
I would not be opposed to a rest.
I do not need one, but I do not care. I kind of would like to look around this cavern, and what you said, there's like a little fortress thing here, a little outpost. I'd like to look around that.
Gotcha.
But
so I will say
whatever is needed. I don't care.
I will say this will be your second rests of the day. If you guys do a short rest, then that will be the second short rest. And since we're counting those now, just keeping that in mind, letting you know. Not that that's an issue or anything like that. I'm just throwing it out there if that's consideration.
I mean, I could go either way.
It doesn't do a whole lot for me.
All right, we split short rests. Those two take their second short rest, and we don't.
Nope.
Yes, that's how it is. Yep.
Nope. Absolutely
Ezra
not.
Ezra and I
I'm
do
not. Nope. I'm not getting into that kind
Yes,
of bookkeeping.
yes.
No.
Absolutely.
I'm absolutely not getting into that kind. I'm not. This is not a negotiation. I am not getting into that kind of bookkeeping.
I will add a short rest resource onto my character sheet.
I don't care. I'm not getting into that kind of bookkeeping. No. You guys have other options if the party doesn't want to take a short rest. I don't think Mitch is going to be like, well, fuck you guys.
I don't care one way or the other.
I'm not going to have a lot going into the next fight, but I can hit things.
Just take a short rest then. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to use up my last 2 key points to heal first.
Okay. So much healings. All of the healings. Actually, quite a bit of healing. One max roll and one near max roll. Very cool.
Ezra's gonna take time and put the dome up.
Okay. Cool.
for the short rest.
Sounds good. All right, so you guys begin to kind of like Ezra finds a nice location, kind of smooth ground, begins to put up the dome. Matashtai sets about healing himself slightly, and then the concept of taking a short rest. And those of you who would have no real interest in taking a short rest are free to do other things during the short rest, but it's going to count as the group's short rest. So,
Whatever.
What would you all? Is there anything else you guys would like to do? Or is everyone just kind of like actually resting through this sequence?
I would like to try to reach out to Velena.
So,
and find out why my
in
stuff
this-
doesn't work.
In this scenario, right? Does anyone else have any plans while we are about to get into this?
I would like to look around and shit, like use the time.
Okay, cool, gotcha. So, so Bones will be doing some exploration on the periphery of this area. You other two actually staying put?
I am stuck in my dome.
Gotcha. True. You are
Resting.
stuck in the dome. Okay.
Oh
Sounds like fun.
god, oh god, whatever will I do? Stuck in this safe place where nothing can get to me.
Where
Yeah.
things
No
can
magic.
marshal outside and wait for me to come out.
Oh goodness.
Could
Okay.
Dome be dispelled?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Why
Tell
not?
him that. Don't
Of-
tell him that.
Of course it
Don't
can be
give him ideas.
dispelled.
What
Yeah, they can hit
List
it
for
with
me
the
the
magic.
spells you know that cannot be dispelled.
They can hit it with the magic hammer. It's kind of like wish we could hit things with a magic hammer.
Okay, so after you heal yourself and you basically you move into Ezra's dome as he putting it up, you give yourself some space, right, to kind of like begin meditating. Before you even reach out, you hear Valena's voice in your mind. I'm sorry, I should not have done that. Sometimes when she sounds hesitant, unsure of herself, unconfident, which is not something that is typical of Velena in your experience. Velena she's not one of those people that just knows everything or absolutely sure of everything, but she is sure of herself, typically, sure of her words. She does not seem like that right now. She says, when all of that happened, it hit it hit me pretty hard. It can be difficult I've been doing this for a very long time. But this is your life. This is your experience. I learned a long time ago that I have to trust. And there are many different ways of doing things, many different reasons for doing things. I trust you. The reason I chose you. You have a good heart. I won't always agree with you, though. I will try to not let that come between us. I was wrong. It's hard to explain. She has that that tone, that kind of feeling where it sounds like a person is speaking and just continuously speaking to fill the gap of words. Like she's trying to say something, but she's either unconfident, unsure of how to say it, or unsure of taking that step to say it. She says, we feel things. I mean, truly feel things. Emotion is something. I mean, how many times I can never get over how easily you all take experiences and just keep moving. There was a kind of anguish that I felt that hurt so badly that I felt like I needed to retreat. It's not... I didn't want to not answer you. I was just so far away. If that makes sense.
Thank you. Sense. I understand.
She kind of like... Sorry.
No, I made a mistake back there. I didn't do things the way I should have done, the way I wanted to do things.
Because I don't... I don't know if I agree with you. There are other things that you could have done. Yes. But I don't know that there was a happy ending there. Sometimes there isn't.
And I get that, but I didn't hold to my own tenet. That over. And it's been eating at me. And I know you say that we shrug it off and move on. I think a lot of us hide it.
I can't do that. I just keep that in mind. I'm with you. I trust you. We're one. But what you feel, I feel that 10 times more. It's just a part of being who I am. Keep that in mind. I will always try my best to support you. But sometimes there may be moments where I have to retreat.
And I will keep that in mind. But likewise, I hope you keep me in line next time I'm starting to go down a bad path.
We are still working at this, you and I. But I think we can be more open with each other. The lesson I have to learn every time. It never gets easier.
Still learning it myself.
She kind of like goes quiet.
And then
That kind of like
Ed's like, well, that was
a
that was
little
fun, huh?
awkward, like
Yeah.
kind of like moment, right? It's just she's like, yeah, I don't really know what to say now after that.
Well, how about them waterfalls, huh?
This is a lovely place. It is truly beautiful.
Don't go home.
Just hear this
Bones
caterwauling
is just
outside of the
yeah,
dome.
he's just humming as he's like walking around the room.
Speaking of which, Bones, you
That's
do
me. Hello.
you do a little bit of pacing around the periphery. You find that the cavern ends just a little ways to the north, right? Though you can see this northern section is kind of all caved in, like there was a great landslide in recent history. Almost as if we were to be playing a different game, this could be another section off into a different part of the dungeon. But
Oh. Okay.
but yeah, so there are the kind of crystalline waterfall structures and crystalline outcroppings all throughout the entirety of this massive cavern. The illusory wall that you all came through, that remains. That didn't dissipate or dispel or anything like that.
Oh, weird.
And then just a little to the east southeast of where Ezrah sets up his dome is this. Actually, let me read it for you. There's a large stone gate here with an iron portcullis. You can see through the gate there are rough-hewn stairs that lead up to the top of the gate itself. The gate is about 15 to 20 feet high. And it's just got these little battlements, these little twin towers that face out into this big cave.
Okay, so there's stuff back there.
And there's a tunnel beyond it. Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'll wait. I'll wait for that then. The only other thing that I'm interested in is maybe like getting a little bit of the crystal that Mossy ran off with, so when he comes back cursed, I know what I'm dealing with.
Okay. So you just grab a chunk off or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have like an amount that you're looking to try to harvest? Just enough for like 5 pounds?
That seems like a lot. Sure. Yes, I would like 5 pounds of cursed crystal.
Okay, that would be a like basically it's about a pound a chunk.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
it's like
sure.
5 chunks. If you want less, then that's fine. I'm just guesstimating here.
Cursed crystal, 5 pounds.
You might want to
Okay.
say cursed sapphire.
Oh, confirming it's cursed, huh? All right.
I'm just using your words.
Nope, confirming it is cursed. I have notated it.
Confirmed by Jeremy.
Confirmed. So you're gonna wait before exploring further.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the bros before I go off into the middle of everything.
Sounds good. Okie dokie then. All right. Quick question.
That is I. I am a question answerer.
While you all are resting, like short resting and things like that, Matashtai, do you leave the drift globe on at all times?
Generally, yeah, I probably wouldn't have it still on daylight though.
Sure. Okay.
I mean, yeah, because otherwise I don't see shit. It's like pitch black for.
Does light go through the dome?
Only if he chooses it to.
Why am I blind? Where is it?
Control find a light. Oh wait, you can't do that here. That sucks. Roll 20. Get your shit together.
The dome,
dome-
is opaque,
from the outside of any color you choose.
and it is
Transparent from the inside.
On the inside.
So in theory, you should not be able to see a light source within the dome outside of the dome. Gotcha. After you are done exploring the cavern and you begin to head back to the dome, Bones, you see
Bone Dome.
you see coming up out of the ground. Let me double check this. This fuck me.
Wow. Don't be so mean to yourself.
I don't wanna get it wrong and have to renege on it later.
That would be worst case with me.
Yeah, Zach will hold you to whatever you say.
Yep.
Till the end of time.
Forever.
Okay, so you are walking back to the dome in the darkness of the cavern, right? Because Matt's light is within the dome itself, which means the cavern is dark.
Yep.
And you see, melding up out of the ground between you and the dome, 4 Zorns. One of which is moss-covered rock near stream.
Okay.
Except, hold up, what? No. They all out of the ground at the same time, and they all kind of begin to shamble and shuffle towards you, and you are a paragon of perception.
I am, yes.
Jesus.
Somehow.
There somehow, right?
Percepticon.
Fucking D&D stats, right? They are all in perfect unison.
Oh my god. Mossy got hive-minded.
And then you actually see them shimmer and kind of merge into each other and then flex back out. And you realize, as moss-covered rock near stream comes to stand in front of you, that
Did he get a level in wizard?
there are 3 little after images that are identical to him that are sketching around his body.
Oh, that's weird.
Oh, cool. So, all right, you eat the rocks, and you can cast After Image.
I say, Mossy? Mossy, you okay?
In the grinding is as strange,
Or Mirror Image, my bad.
very full.
Very full. Okay. Okay. Sure. Very full of what? Evil?
Tastes good. No.
Evil often does taste good.
Evil often does taste good. Oh my goodness. Yeah? Is that how we go?
Alright. I mean, if he seems fine to me, he's just like, now has a level in sorcerer and or wizard, like I'm cool with it.
He
Level. I think if we just take enough of these rocks and we toss them to him before every fight, he'll be able to just like mirror image for every fight and go out and tank a bit.
So he's a weird creature, right?
Yeah, well, I was spending time with him. I know how he is.
But he doesn't seem any different than he normally does, right? So like he's a weird creature. He has a foreign mindset. He doesn't think about things in the way that you or your allies do. But he doesn't seem aside from this weird afterimage stuff, he doesn't seem any different than he normally does.
All right, well, maybe we'll ask Willow about your little snack. Come on, but if you're good. How did it taste?
Grinds at you and he says, like
Power.
clear,
What?
pure water. Something spicy.
Yeah, the spice is the evil.
That's spicy water.
Spicy evil.
Ice.
Devil's water.
Wait, are we talking about vodka? Spicy water.
Okay. Anyways.
All right, cool. Well, I'm glad he's back. I thought he was going to be gone forever.
Yep. I halfway expected you to be on the ground, reaching out to like, I'll never let go.
I thought this was Jeremy's
Jeremy's
opportunity to get rid of my advantage bot.
Advantage.
I have been nothing if not like cultivating this relationship. This is like a gold sink for me, man.
Yeah, but the investment's been pretty small.
So far.
So far.
Until
Until his appetite grows.
We'll just keep coming back here. We'll eat this whole damn cavern out.
Releasing the demon
I will
within.
say in your investigations of the cavern, as beautiful as this place is, the purity of the crystals here, the sapphires in general, is relatively low. It's not probably worth the physical effort that it would take to get much of these, except for that kind of big outcropping that you found of that almost like as yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not a geologist or a jeweler. Really pretty sapphire, but corrupted.
I know a bunch of geologists.
So if eating a little bit gives him mirror image, like how much has got to eat for like wish?
I don't know, probably about 7.
9 times more.
Give us a reality shaping spell, you dumb rock man.
Nice.
Yeah, but he would just use it to wish for more rocks.
More rocks. More rocks. Very
He
nice.
does not care.
All right, so
Cloaker's down.
Well, whatever. I'll let everybody know. What did you say about the cloakers?
Cloaker's down.
Yep.
Yeah,
You notice. I'm assuming you return to the dome, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ezra, are you in the habit of labeling Mossy as free entry into the dome?
Sure.
As soon as Mossy comes into the dome beside you, those images disappear.
Light.
Call him a white?
No, the light.
Oh. The light. Okay, interesting.
The shadow of the mountain.
All right, then.
He's been
The
touched.
What? He's been touched?
He's been touched by the shadow.
That's a bold claim to make out of nowhere.
I'm nothing if not bold.
Oh.
Coming from Ezra. Oh man.
I was unaware of that.
All right, so what do you guys want to do?
Hey guys, there's like a fucking post or whatever the fuck over there.
Yeah, we can check out this like little outpost here quick
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
before we move along. I was thinking what do you guys say to searching out this ghost guy next to see if we can get some more info on Willow?
Well, what's his
Sure.
name? Did say that ghost was like pretty evil.
And dangerous.
Are you down for that, evil ghost man?
As long as we get to destroy evil.
I mean, we look around for him. Sure, let's do it.
No, I mean, because, like, we can either do that or we can go searching for the dragon for more info.
Okay, let's dose.
Porque los dos.
I don't care. Yeah, sure, whichever.
Okay. So you move to investigate this this gate with its iron portcullis. It is firmly shut. Iron portcullis lowered. And you can see relatively easily where the winch to raise the gate is on the other side of it.
Is this something I could walk up over the top and go in?
Seems like it.
Okay, I'm gonna do so.
Okay. So Matashtai, boot to wall, goes up the side of the gate itself. Are you going alone?
Am I going alone?
I mean, can anybody else?
I'll climb over there with him.
Okay. So our two climby boys go up the wall,
I
espionage
mean,
style.
I'll just go halfway, just make sure I get jumped or something.
Okay.
I'm not trying to take his climb and thunder.
All right, you get up there, Matashtai, and it is... it's kind of a mess, right? There's detritus building up in the corners of these little battlements, right? The two little towers of the gate. And there's this little staircase built into the side of the cavern. Very narrow, but it winds down towards the base of the gate on the other side.
By the way, as a heads up, I think my light is smaller.
It is... I just turned it to 15 by 15, which is what it should be with the fog now.
Oh, with fog, okay.
Yeah, because with your daylight gone, your daylight cut through the fog at a full 60, but your regular stuff should be 30, right, with the drift globe?
I think it's 2020.
2020? Oof. Then you've got slightly more light than you should in the fog, but we'll leave it at that.
All right. I'm going to start working my way down these stairs.
Okay. And you all can see Matashtai on the other side. Actually, right next to where the winch is.
Okay. I'm gonna...
The winch. Winch.
Do
the
I-
winch.
To the winch!
Is it like, do I turn it? Do I?
Yeah,
throw
so
it
it's
in?
one of those kind of like multi-handled scenarios
Oh.
where like you have to kind of like cheek, and there's
Like
a little like a chalk
mask.
that like flips into place each time you release, basically to like hold it. And if you want to drop it, you can just like hit the shit and it'll do the like crash down thing.
Okay. I'll go ahead and raise the portcullis for everybody to come in.
It is a little stiff, right? It obviously hasn't seen use in ages, but it's still a well-built machine. And aside from it just being stiff and giving you a little bit of guff every once in a while, it's like an old can opener. It still works. It's just a little bit of a pain in the ass, that type of thing. So shortly, the gate is raised. And you all are able to enter in.
Good job. You did it.
Did it.
Come on, everybody, let's go.
Beyond, you see a hall a tunnel, really. It's less of a hall and more of like a... It looks like it might have been a natural tunnel or maybe a carved tunnel from long ago, but it's kind of smoothed out. It's not really like a... It's not really like a building, a structured hallway. It's got a kind of like natural curve and flow to it.
Do I see any tapestries or anything on the walls? Anything to note?
No, never mind. No, you don't. Okay. I was gonna say you hear eerie, persistent moaning, but no, you don't. You killed those. So you make it. You make it to this little section here, and you can see there's little caverns that are dug out of this location. Up here in this northern one, which you can kind of see into, it's just a small side cave. It has something about the shape, right? Like as you're kind of approaching it, you can hear your footfalls, even though you're padding almost silently. It's something about its shape kind of enhances the acoustics of the area. It's otherwise unmarked, unfurnished. There's not really a lot of detritus. There's a little bit of like rubble in some of the corners, but it looks like the walls are very smooth. Like it looks like like if someone took sandpaper to the interior of this whole place, right? Like it looks very, very smooth, very worn down, but there are no signs of life or recent activity.
Continue. Looks like there's another room down here. Is it more of the same?
More of the same. Yeah, absolutely. Even more of the same to the point to where it looks almost identical, but a little bit larger, and it has that same kind of like amplifying acoustic kind of situation.
Okay.
I sing the theme to Halo.
That's real weird. Not the Halo theme, the walls. The Halo theme seems extremely normal.
Okay. You head further east, southeast, and you find another gate. And beyond this, you can see the forest has grown right up to the iron portcullis. And this one is almost a mirror opposite of the one that you were just at. There's another little winding staircase cut into the rock, all smoothed out and everything, leading up to what looks to be two little battlements, about 10-15 feet high. And then there is a winch set into the wall right here.
There's some way to travel through there, I guess. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and winch this bad boy up as well.
It opens. Simple. Easy
So,
peasy.
this just a convenience thing?
Yeah, seems like it.
Eh? Alright.
All right, Jeremy. I know about stone. Tell me about these walls. What do I know about them? What can I tell? As I am also a dwarf.
History check.
Can I roll a history check with advantage because I'm a dwarf?
At advantage, it's
What is it?
expertise.
+5? Oh, can I roll a history check with expertise because I am also a dwarf?
you,
I'd also like to converse with Mossy about this. He also knows stone.
yes, you can roll a history check with your expertise. Mossy
I already had expertise in this, didn't I? No, I didn't.
will discuss it with you.
Or a diamond.
12 is my expertise history roll.
Roll me a D100. You want a 50 or above?
Okay.
7.
That would be apropos. Damn, close.
Mossy discusses it with you, but he doesn't really seem to have much of a helpful input.
Well, that's okay. I just appreciate
His
the
expertise is
opportunity to
really
interface.
in tasty metals and crystals and things.
Like he looks at it and he's like, yeah, it's like still water on a pond.
So poetic. So the walls are the stone itself does not seem to be anything special.
Okay.
The smoothness of these caverns suggests a great deal of
Sand ink.
water wear.
Mm. Somebody be in here crying all the time.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yep,
Fucking Detective Bones on the case.
that's it. That's definitely it. Solved. Case solved.
Is he coming through the
Seems
hallway?
correct.
It's just,
Seems correct to me.
all right, I proceed to move out for it.
Okay. And
I
this
guess I just
is
leave.
this is it's like you've just stepped back into the primordial wood, right? Big gnarled roots, massive trunks, boughs up in the air 20, 30 feet, right?
You know what I haven't done in a while? I'm gonna reach into the bag of fake creatures. I'm gonna bring Wolf out. Try to bring Wolf out.
Do it.
I'm gonna bring Wolf. Roll 1d8.
Yes.
Ooh, that might be Wolf. It's either Wolf or Panther, I think.
You pull out a tuft of fur, toss it. It lands and turns into a
Badger.
Odie
It's
boy.
fucking Badger.
It's a
Giant.
big old fucking badger. And
Giant screaming elk.
so Wolf lands and it kind of like scrabbles a little bit, and then like he tries to do the sit down like a dog thing, right? Like the rest on its haunches with like its upper body up thing, and it just doesn't work as well for a badger, so he kind of like just plumps on his butt. He looks at you and he's just
I look at him and say, "Is there anything I can do to like give you the body you want when you come out?"
sighs and he says, "Not that I'm aware of. That would be useful."
Well, I'm sorry about that. I just figured we're in a bit more of an open area. If you wanted to get out, stretch your legs.
You see, he kind of like stops looking at you, and you see this big, bulbous, wet black nose, right? Kind of like twitch repeatedly. He kind of like flops off, trundles over a few spaces, and he starts rooting around at the base of this tree. And you see him, he comes away, like he digs through some kind of like clumps of soil and leaves and things like that. And he rips, you hear this kind of like pull and rip, and he comes away with this massive mouthful of mushrooms.
No, wait, no, don't do
And
that.
he's already just like
No, no.
Look, if she fucking tries to murder us because a badger ate mushrooms, I'm sorry, I'm fighting her.
I'm looking for Wolf. Oh God,
Oh shit.
do I need to beat the shit out of Wolf so I don't get hurt?
I don't know. Are the eyes looking at us hatefully?
And the badger wolf like noms on these mushrooms, and then like plops back down on his butt and looks at you and he says, "Yes, this is nice. I do appreciate this."
Oh
I
God,
can't
it's
remember
high.
if I I can't remember if I asked.
His
Is it
pupils
nice?
widen.
Oh, no.
Shit.
All
I
our
had a
animals
real
will get high.
I can't remember if I asked this, but when you're in there, is it just like a void? There's nothing? Are you back on the Feywild, or like is it nuts for you to be out?
Well, I'm not back on the Feywild. Tell you that. It's most often it's a void. My mind is still my own. Time becomes hazy, but most often it's a void. Sometimes there's something else.
All right. Well, I'll do my best to bring you out more often, so you're not stuck in there with nothing to do.
So
He tends to die when we bring him out.
I've gotten used to
Yeah,
it, so it's okay. Have to, but it is appreciated.
All right. Well, we're currently on the Willowwood level, looking around. You're welcome
Yeah,
to
he kind of like
around with
looks around
us.
and he nods and he says, "Huh. Thought it smelled familiar."
You been here before?
The bag has.
Interesting.
It's interesting.
Do you know Willow?
I know of her. Through bits and phrases. Sometimes I can hear what's going on outside the bag.
Well, we're currently trying to find a little bit more information about her. Heard some rumors and trying to figure out what's what.
Just Badger just kind of like bobs its head at you, nods. Like that's a logical thing.
Fucking badger.
But yeah, so obviously you're welcome to move along with us. If you want to go wander the forest for a bit, feel free.
Hey, what happened to you when you went to scout? Oh, he doesn't understand me, does he? He only understands Matt.
I
Is
think
that
he
right?
understands you. He just can't talk.
The Badger looks at he understands language, but he speaks Badger.
Okay, well, Matt, ask him what happened.
So,
Well, you
Where
can
does
ask
Ass
him.
go?
I'll just relay what he says.
he responds to you, Matashtai. He says, or in response to Bones' question, he says, there was a great insect thing. It squashed
Oh.
me.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. I feel like that happens a lot when I send you to scout.
I feel like we
almost
warned him
washed
about it,
us.
though.
He says, while I'm in the form, injuries hurt. But when the body's destroyed,
When the bodies hit the floor, you might say?
it's a false pain. It does not reach my soul.
Well, regardless, I don't want to just send you to your death. So I'll try to be more mindful.
Badger nods and says, that would be nice.
Look, if the body if it doesn't reach his soul, I mean, is it really doing anything?
I'm sorry. I said.
Sure,
I feel like Zach is legitimately just like the devil on your shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like that's normal.
All right. Well, let's keep on looking around.
Okay. So you begin to kind of like funnel out of this this kind of gatehouse, right?
Yeah, it's Roll20's been really shitty for me, just so you guys know. So it's like really hard for me to move around.
Okay. Do you want me to move you?
Yeah, if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Heads up, I don't
It's
have
like
control of Badger either.
really
so you can move us
laggy.
as a group.
Yeah, you're starting to robot a little bit, Zach.
I can start moving you guys as a group if you would like.
Really?
Sound fine to me, but
Sounds
it
fun to me.
might have been like a temporary bot. Temp
Maybe.
bot.
But
All right, what direction would you guys like to explore?
7 by
Um,
7.
what did they say about the ghost?
He said it was just to the north in the forest.
Okay. Let's just head north then, I guess. Doesn't hurt to map out where the edges of this are.
All right. So you begin to head north, and pretty shortly, again, this is all difficult terrain, right? But very shortly, you find to the east, there is more of that kind of like immense covered walkway structure. Only this one is more filled in, right? It has actual like latticed stone walls underneath the giant pillars and the aqueduct / walkway scenario, almost forming a wall. And the trees, right, almost as if they care not for the structure, have basically like grown into it and around it, right? But it's kind of like walled off here to the east.
Oh, my wall!
That continues as you follow the cavern wall to the north, and you actually find it dead ends into another section of cavern wall. And this stuff goes way up, but like out of sight, into the starry night sky, right? And eventually just kind of like disappears. The cavern wall, not the structure. But you find yourself pushed kind of into this narrow choke between two sections of cavern wall.
Does it look like it goes forward?
Yeah, it still heads north. Yeah. As you are walking, right, there's the sound of the woods around you continue. The hum of insects, the tweet of birds, you twit. Little like underbrush creatures, right? But everything's kind of giving you this wide berth, like the creatures of the forest are fully aware of you, etc. You just follow the wall northward, the cavern wall north?
Yeah, I think so. I think I kind of want to know where the edges of everything is.
Okay. Yeah. So you can see that as you begin to pull away from the eastern cavern wall, it continues to head east. You follow the wall to the north.
Dang, this forest be thick, bro.
Eventually, it begins to head east as well. And this is not a quick trip, by the way. This is slow, methodical travel. You guys are having to like.
When you're controlling us, Jeremy, it doesn't fog of war us. There's a gap between.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like if I do this, I have to do this to rejoin it. That's funny.
I don't know what that means. Fucking roll
What is-
No, Jack.
What does that mean?
If we don't move our tokens, it doesn't clear the fog.
Yeah,
What?
so like we would see where we are, but we'd be moving in a black scene.
Yeah, and it would replace the darkness once we leave it because we didn't move the token.
Oh my gosh! Roll 20.
Roll 20!
You have such a potentially cool feature.
I don't think it was like that last week, though.
Make it work.
It might have just been weird because like it didn't do it at first when I moved myself back, but then it caught up and fixed it.
Oh, whatever. It's.
All right. Well, if you guys want to move yourselves to make sure you get that, you can. Zach, if you're having issue,
I'm reloading. I'm trying to make it work.
well, if you have issue, I can move you, or and we just won't have the fill in. Or if that's an issue, maybe I can assign control to one of the other players, and they can move, and maybe that'll work.
Yeah, it's like 3 seconds delay.
Oh, yeah, I heard a little bit of robot there.
Yeah, he's stuttering for me.
It hadn't been happen for me earlier, but it is happening now. So.
Arigato, Mr. Roboto, domo. Domo.
All right. So we're gonna continue just a wee bit. So you guys move forward, following the line of the cavern wall. And eventually it begins to turn eastward. Okay? Do you want to keep following it eastward? Say what?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes? What were you saying, Jay?
Nothing. I was about to say that we actually reaching the end of the back of the forest finally.
Tap, tap, boy.
I was gonna say we don't have a lot of scroll up left on the map.
Yeah, I haven't actually zoomed out in a while.
True. So you guys begin to head eastward, and as you do, you find, and you've found a couple of these so far, but they're very few and far between. You find a little clearing, basically. Thin rays of moonlight penetrate the dense canopy here.
Okay.
The trees around this place are shaggy.
The area of fucking peace.
Wait, say what?
The rest
It's
area.
the air, yeah, rest area. Is that what this is?
The trees here are coated with thick, shaggy coatings of like hanging moss, right? And in this little clearing, you find a grave marker standing amidst a small grove of dead, burned out trees. The slate headstone is engraved with the shape of a rose, and below it, common, is the following.
That's where Jeremy died.
Is the following statement. It says, "Here lies Krisan, friend and companion."
Oh. Right.
This is who we're looking for.
Did you move your mic a lot closer, or are you closer to your mic?
He's like this
Like
on his
hugging it.
mic.
Okay. I was like,
Hello. How are you?
Suddenly you're crazy loud.
Sorry.
It wasn't
Didn't
so
think
much
about it.
crazy loud for me. It was just like rippling pectorals.
That's apt.
Skill passed down from the Armstrong family for generations.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
Okay.
back. I'm restart the computer. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. On that note, you guys just found this gravesite. So how about we go ahead and take a wee break while Zach tries to reboot, and we'll try a couple of little things here or there. See if we can't alleviate the situation. And we will be back from break in 5-10ish minutes. See you then. Thanks for watching.
No.